Hey, it's Leanne and Simon for our Facebook Live today. And our topic is adjusting your telescope. So we're going to wait for a few people to join us.
Hello.
And we're also going to go live over there on Instagram.
We'll go live on Instagram.
And I'm going to do some sharing. So I'm going to let you talk for a minute.
Awesome. Well, big hello, good evening. Welcome to our Facebook Live here on Loving Life Now. And of course, great topic this evening, adjusting your telescope. Ooh, what are we looking through? What are we looking at? Great topic here this evening. If you've just joined us live, pop your details in. Let us know you can hear us. We're using a whole new microphone setup.
Yeah, tell us what it sounds like.
So we want to make sure that you've got crystal clear sound on your end. So if you can hear us, let us know. Pop your details in. Say hello. Let us know sound check is good.
There's messages, but they're not coming up.
Messages. All right. Well, we were getting the messages last week all good. So
okay, I can see the messages on here. I can see Peggy, Shani, Georgina, Ida.
Is there messages or are they just saying hello?
They're actually typing messages.
Okay.
Yeah.
I wonder what's going on here.
Can you hear us okay, guys? Let us know that. I'm just going to try and share this for a sec too. Damien's still in Broadbeach. Hey, Damien.
Yeah, I can't see the messages on here. I don't know why that is.
No, well, we're going to have to.
And of course, if you're joining us on Instagram, big hello to you and welcome to our Facebook Live.
I'm just sharing still, and then I'll check all the messages, guys. We can't, for some reason, see them. I don't know. Our sound's clear. Sound is perfect.
That's awesome. Well, we've got this great new microphone set up in front of us. So, well, they probably can if we go like this. Look at that.
Professional.
See, we've got this big microphone set up right in front of us. Looks a bit weird, actually. You got something to say, Lee? Here you go.
Hello. I'm just almost done. But yeah, I'm not sure why the messages aren't coming up. I can see a few people. Mark over there. Hello.
There is. And Philippe's on Instagram. G'day, Philippe. Welcome. Good to see you there. And we've got, as you said, Mark, we've got Prospering You. Welcome to you. Thanks for joining us on Instagram. We've got a great topic called Adjusting Your Telescope.
So we're going to have to read the comments on here by the looks of it.
We will. So just set it up there and we'll have to work out what's going on with comments this week.
So let me just get it up on here. Sorry, we can see there's quite a few comments. We're just getting that. Just bear with us. I have to play it and I need to put it on mute.
All right, well, let's get the show on the road, hey? We got organised there on the comments.
So we've got Agatha, Ida, Shani, Georgina, Peggy, Brett, Leanne, Damien. Everyone says sound is great. Hey, Bernie, Nick is here.
Awesome. Well, it's good to know it sounds good because we've got this new mic set up.
Podcast in the future, maybe, Leanne says.
Well, it's anyway great to be here and great to be live here this week on Facebook. Lee, we've had an interesting couple of days.
We have
been away on a staycation.
Yay!
And you're a bit better this week. Good to have you back.
I've still got this throat thing.
Good to have you back in the hot seat, joining me. You know, last week I had.
Sorry, you're making me cough.
Last week I had to do it on my own, but now you're back, so that's good. Still recovering, but you're getting there. That's good. So pleased to be here, and of course it's so exciting. We've had 3-4 days away in Broadbeach.
Yep.
Took the kids down to Broadbeach to have a staycation and stayed at a great apartment hotel called The Cube, which was pretty awesome.
Couldn't get the kids out of the pool.
No, they love the pool. Pool's heated and heated spa. Of course, that was always an attraction to the kids. And went out to restaurants a couple of nights and out to brekkie and had a Barbie lunch with the kids. Just a good old sausage sizzle, which they enjoyed.
Took them to the arcade.
We did. Went to the arcade, played some arcade games, had family games and won lots of tickets.
Yeah.
So that was a bit of fun. And then, of course, we've come home and what a great day it's been today. I've had a new person join the business. G'day to Jay, if you're watching and joined us. Big welcome to you. You just got started today. And a couple of people in my business decided to upgrade to the next level. So big congratulations to you. So it's been a huge day. Now we got a light out, mate. Sorry. We had something going on over here. So anyway, we had an exciting day today.
Yeah, we did. Now,
great way to end the financial year.
Love a good staycation.
Well, that was Jess. Jess was one of those ones that upgraded to the next level. Okay. So Jess, hey buddy, can we leave the lights?
I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, just leave the board. Just plug it
touch it
in.
yet.
Sorry, we just got a power board that's flickering on the lights. Just stay away and don't plug anything into it. Anyway, as I said,
Bernie says, welcome, Jay.
you can see the lights flickering on the Facebook Live behind us. All right, so let's jump into the topic, adjusting your telescope. So, Lee, what's adjusting your telescope? What's that all about?
Put me in the deep end. Well, if you think of, okay, what's a telescope? Well, it's something that you can see through, right?
Yeah, what can you see?
Yeah.
So
and
if
how
you-
far can you see with it?
Yeah, absolutely. So what can you see into your future, into your life, and how far can you see? Now, whilst we were away staying on what floor are we on? 34?
34.
So on the 34th floor of an apartment building in Broadbeach, and I took along some binoculars with me. And it really was to do with this topic. So it was adjusting. I knew that this was our topic coming up. And one of the things in our topic, it talks about having a telescope to see what you can see into your future and into your vision. So it was really actually interesting standing on the 34th floor balcony, looking out across. And what could I see? I could see other buildings. I could see
I
other
asked if you could
pools.
see people in other buildings. Is there anything I should be looking at?
I could see the beach. I could see people walking on the beach. I could see people swimming in the ocean, and they were a long way away. So, for me, it was about, and I had to focus, right? I had to adjust the focus on what I was looking at to get a really good view of what it was into the distance that I could see. So adjusting the telescope's quite an interesting one. It's a function that we use in our life quite often. We don't even realise it. But it gives us the opportunity to look into our own future and to see what we want to what do we want to see? What do we want to see our future to look like? So where in the distance do you want to see your vision? Where in the distance do you want to see yourself go? And one of the first steps is being clear on those goals, right?
Yeah, so you've got to be clear on where you want to go to, but you don't need to know exactly how you're going to get there in every step along the way. Right?
No. But you've got to stay focused,
Yes.
right? So that's the key to adjusting your telescope is, number one, you've got to remain focused along the way. You've got to know what your goals are. You've got to know what your dreams are, what your desires are, what accomplishments you're looking to achieve. And, of course, you've got to handle these in small steps. So you've just got to put one foot in front of the other, but stay the course.
Yeah.
And along that course, you're going to need to refocus and adjust your telescope because your destination might change slightly.
You might have to take a detour.
You might. There might be a detour.
Bernie actually says, I'm a telescope queen, grew up in Parkes, New South Wales, famous radio telescope. Ask me anything you need to know.
Awesome. Okay, well, I didn't know that about Bernie. There you go. Learn things new on Facebook Lives every week. All right, so adjusting the telescope, you've got to know the destination, as Lee said, but not necessarily know how you're going to get there. Right?
No, you just need to know the next. What's the saying? So you just if you're driving from New York to wherever.
Well, let's just say here, if you're driving from Brisbane to the Gold Coast.
Yep. So it's the dark middle of the night.
Yep.
All you need is your lights on. You need to see 200 metres in front of you, and you just keep driving and keep driving and keep driving.
Headlights, that's important, right? Because the headlights are showing you the path to where you're going. So your telescope.
You don't need to see the whole path. You just need to see that next 200 metres in front of you.
Yeah. Now, if you take your eye off the goal, what happens?
Then you get distracted.
Yep. And you'll start to see what?
It would start to slow your progress towards where you're going.
But you're also going to start to see obstacles.
Yes. Yep.
Because you're going to not be focused on where you're looking to go, and you'll start to diversify, and you'll start to see obstacles appearing, and you'll create obstacles. Right? Well, the universe will put obstacles in your life as well.
Yeah.
So it's a big thing. Is that you've got to keep your eye on the goal. Because as soon as you it's a bit like that old saying, keep your eye on the ball, right? As soon as you take your eye on the ball, what happens? You drop it.
Yeah.
Right? You drop the ball.
And when you're driving your car, if you look a certain way, your car goes with you. It doesn't typically, right? You're going to go, oh.
Do you drive like that?
No, I'm just saying. Like, that's what a race car drivers tell you. You don't look at the wall.
No.
Because you go into the wall. You've got to look where you're driving, right?
Absolutely. So keep your eye on the goal, and that's important. Now, the other thing is, as you mentioned about the headlights, Lee, what that does is it keeps single focus, right? So when you're driving at night and you've got your headlights on, you can only see what you can see in the headlights.
To get you to that next little bit.
So that's your single focus. Now, to get to your goals, you've got to drive your own thoughts. You've got to drive your own beliefs. You've got to drive yourself to the destination that you want to head to. And sometimes you're going to need to course correct along the way, as we said. And you may need to take a detour. Occasionally there could be roadworks somewhere in the distance.
In the middle of the night.
Right? But somewhere in the distance, right? And so that telescope is your vision. It's where you want to go. It's what you want to achieve.
There's some comments here. So Joe says she's excited to be here. Bernie says, look out, future self is here. I see through the telescope. Thanks for great discussion and clarity. Nick says, keep your eye on the prize.
Keep your eye on the prize.
And
That's
Phil
good.
from Thailand's joined us. Hey, Phil.
Hey, g'day, Phil.
Haven't seen you for a while. And a few others have joined us. Awesome.
We've got Charlotte Merkham. Welcome to you.
Johnny.
And Johnny, welcome to you as well. So good to have those people that have joined us either on Instagram, live over there on
just
Instagram.
joined us over there. I can't quite see.
Marissa Moore just joined us. And Fazia, by the looks of it, just trying to see it from a distance. Connie Boy. So great to have you here, whether you're on Facebook Live or Instagram. We appreciate you joining us. And we're talking about the telescope.
We are, but stick around to the end. We've got a story to tell you from what happened the other night.
Oh, we do have a story.
So stick around to the end, just for a completely different from what happened.
Oh, that one.
Yeah. So we'll tell you. It's not an exciting story. It's just an interesting
action and drama.
Yeah, drama and story. We have to tell you at the end. So stick around.
So Lee, for me, adjusting your telescope is an important aspect of our progress. It's an important aspect of our life and what we want to do. And it's important to make sure that we make adjustments along the way. And we refocus along the way, but we keep our eye on the destination. I mean, they're all key things that, for me, are the key points. And you know, we decided.
Kunwan just joined us too. Thailand is going on. Hey, Kunwan. Sorry.
So we also decided that a couple of weeks back that we wanted to go on a staycation, right? So we set a goal, we set a destination, we chose where we wanted to go. And we stayed the course and we made it happen. Right? So you could have backed out, changed plans, decided not to go for whatever reason. So if you whether they're small goals or whether they're big goals, it's important to follow through with each of those. So have that single focus, have that single vision on where you want to go to adjust your vision, and go and do it.
Absolutely.
Just apply that next step. So remember to ask yourself, what can I see? What can I see in my vision into my future, and how far can I see? So are you looking through your telescope for the next 1 year, 3 years, 5 years, or long term, or 10 years plus? You know, how far is your vision into the future? And, apply the telescope. Think about where you want to go.
Absolutely.
Anything else we want to add to the topic? I think that's it.
I think it's pretty short.
Anyone else got anything they want to share about
hey guys,
adjusting your telescope? Have you had that situation in your life? You know, are you do you have to refocus and course correct, but keeping your eye on your goals?
Have you been distracted with obstacles when you should have been, because you realised you weren't focused on the goal? So share with us. And Jackie says, sorry, I was late, looking forward to the replay. Jacinta said, finally here, internet is not good at the moment.
There's something else I want to share, and that is that it's something I learned in the personal development industry some years ago, Lee, and that is that getting from one destination to another can be quite simple in life, and in a car it can be simple as well, right? We jump in a car and we decide where we want to go, and we put on the GPS and we go and we follow the GPS, right? Now, sometimes we've got to course correct in the GPS, so there could be a traffic accident, there could be something on the road, there could be an obstacle in the way, and the GPS is going to course correct us.
Says you're going the wrong way.
That's right.
This is the wrong way.
And it actually turned out to be the right way,
yeah.
in a way, didn't it? I just went another way. Not the way you would go. And we have that discussion. I'm like, use a GPS. It'll always get you there in the quickest, shortest possible route. But anyway, so my purpose of sharing this story about a motor vehicle is that you can get into a car, and if you wanted to go from one destination to another, you've got to have a steering wheel. Mm-hmm. Because if you get in a car without a steering wheel, you're not going to get anywhere, right?
Unless it's a Tesla. It'll still take you there.
No, it's a Google car. Shane keeps talking about investing in what is it? It's a transport.
Yeah.
Future transport, but there's a name for it, and I can't think of what it is right now. But if you're looking to invest in anything, invest in Google and into future transport, because it's going to be the way of the future, right? We will be getting into cars that will self-drive.
Well, some of the Teslas do.
Well, there's plenty of them out there. Google have already got them in service. There's buses.
I've seen videos of people getting their pillows and
there's actually buses out there that actually are driverless buses already.
Oh, really?
In some cities around the world, absolutely.
No, I'm good. So Leanne says, totally had roadworks in my life, but I still on the prize.
Good. Well, that's keep your telescope clear, and if you've got to adjust that fine tuning or the vision on the telescope, then make sure you do that. Anything else?
Michelle's just joined us. No, that's it. So why don't we share with them?
We've got Julie over there. Julie Springs joined us. G'day, Julie.
Hey, Julie.
Hello to you. And Mark's over there on Instagram. I thought he was on Facebook
he was
before.
On Instagram.
I was on Instagram.
Yeah.
He was. So Mark says, God goes the long way. GPS. GPS goes a long way. Thanks for clarity.
So share with everyone what happened the other day.
What happened the other day? So we were. It was late. It was about 11 o'clock at night. We were heading off to go to bed, and I was in the bathroom, and Lee heard this screeching outside, like tyres screeching.
We live in a quiet suburb.
Yeah.
Anyway.
And we heard these tyres screeching, and then all of a sudden we heard what did you hear?
It was like a bang.
Like a bang. So Lee's rushed to the window and said, something's happened. It sounded like they crashed the car. So she looked out the window, and in our street, like 2 houses down, there was a car, a ute, on its side. So they'd come around a corner, lost it, and ended up hit the gutter and flipped the car on its side.
And all I could see was 2 lights, but they were the wrong way round.
You know, vertical instead of horizontal.
That doesn't
so
look
Lee's like, we need to make sure that I said, I'll ring 000. She goes, I'm running down. It's okay. So
in my pajamas.
She's in her pajamas, in her nightie, in her winter nightie, running down the street to check to make sure that the people that were in the car were actually okay. Unfortunately, there was diesel leaking out of the car. They'd broken one of the lines or something, so there was diesel leaking out, and the guys were hopping out. They were out of the car by the time we got there.
They were getting out as I went down the street.
Yeah, 2 young guys, unfortunately, P-platers, and they were at a party round the corner and snuck away from the party to go somewhere, who knows.
And were drinking.
And the driver had a drink about half an hour prior. And so one of the guys went and got all his mates, and they all ran down and they put the car back on its wheels.
Well, first of all, the 2 guys were trying to flip the car on their own.
Yeah, that wasn't successful.
And I'm like, don't move the car.
So you came back up and got me. I'm on the phone to 000 police and saying, look, they're not injured. They're out of the car, so I don't need ambulance, but you certainly need maybe a fire east, but we didn't know that at this stage. So I went back down with Lee, and one of the other neighbours came out. But what we were surprised about is that other people didn't come out.
No one. Like we were standing in someone's front yard. 2 people's front yards.
And the car's on the side in the front of your house, in your gutter, and those people, those occupants of that house, did not even come out. Not even to say, is everyone okay? Do we need anything? Nothing.
And we were there for 40 minutes.
We were. So the police took about half an hour to get there. Yeah. I had to ring back and say, look, you actually need a fire truck now because we've got diesel leaking down the street. But yeah, it was interesting. And look, the driver took responsibility. He was on his P's. He had a drink. He wasn't over the legal limit, but he was over the legal P-plate limit, which is 0. So unfortunately, he got taken away in a paddy wagon and had to go and blow overdrives on the street. So it was very unfortunate circumstances, and the car got taken away on a tow truck. And look, lots of people slept through it, including your parents who live with us. They slept through it.
Everyone,
the kids slept through it.
The whole street, pretty much.
The whole street slept through it, except for our neighbour and us. And it was very unfortunate for the guys. It was a silly mistake that they made. And look, there'll be consequences coming out of that, right?
And then the mother of that was having the party and all that came down. It was anyway. So Marianne says that's incredible that no one came out. I guess people don't like to get involved.
Yeah, look.
I wonder what would happen if we didn't go down there.
Yeah,
I reckon the guys would have tried and pushed the car up the road and nothing.
Well, they actually thought that. They thought we can, they actually went and got a group of them, came and righted the car up, and it had a damaged driver's door and a broken driver's window, and they were keen to try and let's see if we can push it somewhere. Now we live on a hill, so there was no way they were going to push it up the hill.
It's like a steep hill.
but what would have been the outcome? And I had to say to them, guys, you can't move the car. There's diesel leaking out of it. The police have already been called. And we just need to stay calm and look, a couple of things. Really grateful that they didn't hit the light pole. They just missed it.
Right next to it.
And nobody was injured, all right? They might have been in shock, but both young guys weren't injured. That was a good thing. And they've got a big lesson to learn from it. So, in life, there's always lessons and there's always consequences as well if you step outside and do some silly things. And we've all been there, right?
Yeah.
All been there. And you've got to remind yourself as you get older that what was I like? What did I get up to when I was a kid? And look, I certainly did some silly things when I was younger.
Exactly.
So I don't think that anyone's immune from that. But I think sometimes we've got to remind ourselves that as parents that, unfortunately, silly things do happen.
Exactly.
And as you get older, you have a little bit more vision as to the consequences and what's right and what's wrong and what you're prevented to do.
I think him and all his friends probably learned a really good lesson that night.
Yeah, and look, even the passenger actually thought that he didn't do anything wrong. One of the parents rocked up and he said, man, you're going to be in trouble with your dad. And he goes, what did I do? I didn't do anything wrong. I wasn't driving. And I said to him, buddy, what you did wrong was you actually got in the car with a guy that had been drinking and allowed him to drive. So that's what you did wrong.
So there's a couple of comments. So Julie says, good on you, Simon and Liam, for taking the time and trouble to get involved. Jacinta said, the young will never learn everything needed to spend a day at Ed to see what happens. Very sad.
Emergency department, yeah.
Peggy says, well, I had an accident a few weeks ago. The other car ended up in front yard of a house. We had about 30 people coming out of everywhere. Intense, scary. It happened so quickly. Yeah. Well, good that you had people to come out and assist.
Yeah, absolutely. And this was, 11:30 at night, and there was, very little. There was a couple of other people that came down from another street, but considering it was in front of a couple of houses and those people didn't come out, I'm surprised.
And they were there. Anyway. Their cars were all there.
Yeah, they went away. But anyway, it's each to their own, right? Yeah, and they may have slept through it. They may have absolutely slept through the entire thing.
The other day that came out said he actually didn't hear the accident. He came out because of something else, he said to me. And
his wife didn't hear it. She woke up and thought, where is he?
But he was awake. So I think he heard something but didn't know what it was. It wasn't loud, he said. Yeah. That's because he's a bit older and didn't hear. But so he probably maybe wouldn't have come out if he didn't hear.
So that was Friday night in our street. That was a bit of
craziness.
Bit of craziness, yeah. And you never know. I mean, we could have stood in our house and said, God, I hope everyone's all right. Hope they're okay. So we were both, you ran down, I'm on the phone on the balcony, talking to 000, trying to get them directions as to where we were and right address and all that sort of thing. And then one of the guys is running up the street. I said, I think he's fleeing the scene. I actually did.
No, I knew one of the guys is fleeing. And I'm thinking, because he said to me, I'm going to get mates.
But then he ran to the party house and then like 20 guys come in.
No, there was about 7 or 8.
Oh, 20 was sound about. But, and the thing is...
And they brought cookies and water.
They did. They actually got some food and water into the driver, but which may have been a good thing. Anyway, so that was our little bit of action-packed weekend there, and then we went away Saturday. So anyway, great to talk about our topic this evening, and thanks for joining us, whether you're on Facebook Live and, of course, over on Instagram. There is some comments. Julie Spring said, it's amazing when I got mugged. She got mugged on a busy street. Only one woman came to help, and the mugger dragged me up the street, and people are amazing. Wow. Julie also says, great for you two, possibly saved their lives. And look, potentially, I mean, anything could have happened, right? If people don't come and give them some advice and some help on what's going on, And everyone stayed calm. You know, they actually did take responsibility.
Yeah,
both of them did. So, you know, good on them. They didn't try and run or flee or act stupid. The guy that was driving just was
I think
very
he was
remorseful.
A bit in shock, really, to be honest.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Well, that's it for us. We've got an exciting week planned. We're off to Brizzy on Friday.
Wait, another staycation.
But this time without the kids. So staycation in Brisbane, and looking forward to that. Got a luxury escapes deal.
Yeah.
At the Emporium Hotel.
Excited.
South Bank. So it's a beautiful hotel. So we'll head off there this weekend, and we'll look forward to next week's topic. We've got another great topic lined up. We are coming to the end of this this sort of segment that we're talking about, and it's all about departure. It's about departing from our old way of thinking. And the next segment we move into after next week, Lee, is decision, right? So we start talking about decisions, and we change the entire flow of the topic. So that's starting week after next. So next week, last one, I'm pretty sure we got one more topic in this series, and that is all about departing from our old way of thinking and staying the course. So thanks for joining us live on Facebook here on Tuesday at 7:30.
Thanks, guys. I see all your comments. Have fun. Thank you. See you guys.
Thank you, and we will see you next week.
Sounds good. Bye.
Thanks, everyone. Bye.